James the second best. James and Edward are engines of the same size. They both have black funnels, buffers at the front and tenders at the back. And they are both engines on Sir Topham Hatt's railway. One morning, Sir Topham Hatt brought a photographer to Tidmouth Sheds. This year, there is to be a holiday poster for the railway, and I need an engine to be on the poster. James was sure his photograph would be taken. The engine on the Sodor Railway poster will be Edward, announced Sir Topham Hatt. But James couldn't believe it. He was sure a red engine would be just the thing for the poster. The photographer tried to take a picture of Edward, but James got in the way. James, leave the shed now, ordered Sir Topham Hatt. Soon the posters were seen all over the island. But James still wanted to be the poster engine. I wonder why Edward was chosen instead of me. Edward is always gentle with his freight cars. And he doesn't mind doing the dirty jobs. And he's always on time, chuffed Thomas. I can do all those things too. I'll show you that I'm good enough to be on the poster. When James arrived, he shunted his freight cars softly and smoothly too. See, I can be gentle just like Edward. Edward finished a long time ago, teased Thomas. He's already delivered his coal. James wanted to be as good as Edward, so he raced off to collect his coal cars. James delivered dirty coal cars all afternoon. He became greasy, grimy, and grubby. And his bright, shiny red coat was soon covered in coal dust. See? I can get just as dirty as Edward. I am good enough to be on a poster. James was soaked and scrubbed. Your gentle shunting and getting dirty has made you late for your passengers. Edward is always on time. That's why he's the poster engine. If I take Gordon's express line instead of the branch line, I will arrive before Edward and collect my passengers first. Then he raced across the countryside. He really wanted to get in front of Edward. James puffed back onto Edward's line. It worked, laughed James. I'm first. Suddenly, the signal turned red. James applied his brakes and screeched to a halt. But Edward couldn't stop in time. Sorry, puffed Edward. I didn't have time to stop. You're finally in a poster, chuckled Thomas. But James didn't feel very good. He felt very silly. Soon, Emily arrived with Sir Topham Hatt. James, your racing around has caused confusion and delay.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Edward, your cylinder has been damaged. You can't take the children to the seaside today. Please, sir. If I was a back engine, all the children could still ride on Edward. What a wonderful idea! Edward and his passenger cars were very heavy, but James pushed them slowly to the seaside. James was so proud it made his boiler bubble. Even though you weren't the engine on the poster, you are still really useful.